So right now what I'm doing is I'm basically moving my brewer's wash over to a new one I just rinsed out here and kind of scrubbed out lightly, and I'm just going to fill that up. So I'm just transferring right now the brewer's wash into the keg I just cleaned out. I put Hbw9 because I'm going to end up putting moving another brewer's wash in this one and this one out eventually at one point. And yeah, I'm just pushing it out at about 3 psi. And I have the valve open on this side, obviously, to transfer that over. So the main plan today is to transfer that over to here, and then I have a Sani keg that's full of sanitizer, which is going to now become this keg, and then my Sani keg is going to be filled with the beer out of that. I've already transferred this over. Now I've got my gas end, or my liquid out, going into my liquid out of this one, and I'm transferring Sani. And I've got, again, I'm pushing it out through here, into there, and then I got my valve released on. So now I'm filling the old brewer's wash here with the Sani. So I have to remark that. Okay, so as you can see, I've got the line hooked up, and it's going to be going into my keg there, which is not Sani, but my new brew I just did. So I'm just going to pull this bung out. Maybe I'll just pull it from this side out. There we go. Okay, the next step now is I need to relieve all the pressure out of here. So my pressure's out. Next thing I got to do is my in, which is my gas, but I'm going to go through my, in through my gas. I'm going to be going on the out with this connection. And I'm just going to push out here to extend that line out. Get the kinks out. Okay, so I'm just going to connect this up. There. So now I'm going to be transferring into that keg. So here, I'm just going to crank this open, and here we go. There. There you go. I'm transferring the keg now. So my next step, what I was going to do is, there's my hookup. Now I don't want it to go over the pass of this post. I don't want to fill it too much. So I've got this little guy, which is basically a gas line out to an empty hose connected to like a beer line, or it's not a beer line, just a hose. But anyway, I'm gonna hook that up on this side. I'm gonna close this off, and now once it comes out, once the beer starts coming out that line, I know I filled that keg to the fullest it should be. And there is the transfer, seamlessly, easy, no air. Straight CO2, nothing but CO2 in there because I just pushed it out, and there's that layer of CO2 sitting in the front at the top of that that's going to be slowly going down as it's pushing, or as it's going. So this is the first time I actually use this setup, and so far I'm really liking that. Okay, so all I did is I took those connectors that I was using, and I ran it. I just connected to the brewer's wash and dumped out that one. I'm talking about the line that I used to transfer into that keg. I ran it through, I just hooked it up to the out of the brewer's wash and ran some brewer's wash through it, and then hooked it up to the sanitizer, ran a little bit of sanitizer through it, and hooked it back up. So that one's done, and there's my keg now. I just put wheat on it because I don't really have a good name for it, but it's a wheat beer. So that was a new system basically that I set up with the brew bucket and being able to connect it and run it in directly. And all I want to say is that yeah, that is a really nice, clean, simple process from bottling a whole bunch of bottles to, transferring 1, 2, and then from the primary to here. That was effortless, and that's what I like. 10-minute morning, transfer's done. Now I just got to throw that into the fridge, chill her down, carbonate it up.
Eli, the barrel boy of the old town, sells coal and marigolds, and he cries out all down the day. Below the tamaracks he is crying, corn cobs and candle wax buy my love a fine robe made of gold and silver.